Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the most radical of repairs, the NES Nintendo Entertainment System. I picked this up at the local game store. I've been playing Tetris a lot, and there's been a little bit of latency in the LCD screen that I'm using. So the way to fix that is to rock it old school. So they had Nintendo at the local game store for $55. They didn't really make any promises that it would work or not. Said it was 30 years old, so they really didn't know. I kind of figured it wouldn't, and sure enough, when I brought it home, couldn't get it to work. I'll show you what's happening. Remember that? It's just nostalgia. Green screen to death. Now, no matter what I try, I've tried all the tricks in the book. Get it up there in that lip, slam it down. Nothing, just green. So today I'm going to open this thing up, see what we can find. I'm going to first start by just cleaning up these pins and see if we can maybe get some crud off of there, see if it pops back to life. If it doesn't, let's dig further. Thanks for joining me on this journey. Let's get started. It was so long ago that I opened one of these that I just do not remember how all this comes apart. Loosen up all these screws, and I'm assuming the top's going to come off, so we'll flip it back around once all these screws are loosened up. We'll just see what we can do. All right, looks like we have some heat shields we'll want to get off so we can see what's going on. And this heat shield should come off, and we should, I believe, see some internals. I believe we'll be able to see all the pins. I believe that's what you call them. Sure enough. Not seeing anything terrible right now. I don't see any water damage yet. Opened up a PlayStation a while back and it was just covered with like corrosion and white stuff. It was gross. Turn this around here, get a look for myself. And these pins do look filthy. So I think a good cleanup might do the trick. Yeah, those are pretty gross. I don't know if you can see those on the camera up top, but definitely a dirty. Now, if I remember correctly, this piece comes out while this remains intact to the board. So we're going to go ahead and experiment with that and see if I can get the shroud out of the way. All right, let's see what happens here. Feels loose. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to get that off, so we'll have to remove this board. Looks like there's two screws around the RF and the AC. Actually, I believe it's DC by the time it gets into here. Power input and the RF input. Being held down by screws, and I believe the whole thing comes out as one complete unit. Oh yeah. And it does come out just like that. And that pulls off. It looks like we got some dust and dirt here. It's not too big of a deal. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this board so I can see what's going on. Try to do that without stressing any of these wires out. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect these. Okay, let's see what we have going on here. I'm not seeing anything concerning yet on the board. See corrosion, nothing looks black or burnt. Really wouldn't be a bad idea to go through and replace these capacitors. But I think our issue is much more basic right now. I'm going to go ahead and say that these terminals need a good cleaning, and then we can go from there. Start things out here with our good old friend isopropyl alcohol. Give her a good little bath. See if we can't get those pins to come alive a little bit. Because who knows, I mean, the issue might not be that big. These things are finicky as it is. Just trying to soak these pins right now, get some isopropyl alcohol on there, get it working. See a bunch of dirt already coming off on that Q-tip. My initial concern now is that I'm not getting deep enough inside of there with this. So I think of something that I can get in there to clean those up with. Of course, I'm using isopropyl alcohol because this disintegrates, it evaporates very quickly. So I know it's not going to be left over to short circuit anything. If I'm remembering correctly, yeah, it looks like there's two sets of pins. So we have these pins right here. We have another set inside, I believe. So I'm definitely going to have to figure out a way to get deeper in there. There's no doubt about that. Let's try a brush for now, and then we'll throw the game back in there and see if it did anything. Alright, I haven't a gall darn clue where my brushes went. Moved recently, which is why the studio here is pretty bare, not very exciting. We'll fix that, but working on saving money and building back my emergency fund before I start spending crazy money on things. So here we are. I'm just going to give a paintbrush a try. Just try getting some of this isopropyl alcohol inside of there to hopefully loosen some of this gunk up. Definitely not what I would like. I would really wish I had a more stiff bristle brush. But, you know, we'll just see if this works first before getting a bunch of other crap. Don't mind him. He is angry at the world. I don't have a lot of confidence in this working, but kind of like when you're working on a car, you want to replace the easy things first, and maybe a little cleanup is all it's needed. So let's just do this first, and then I'll go look for some better tools. So I worked my paintbrush inside of the pins, hoping to just kind of scrape any gunk off that might be on there. There's definitely a lot of dirt coming out. Just use some isopropyl alcohol, and that should dry up quite nicely before we go to use it. Unfortunately, this is a scented duster. I didn't realize I got that. Like, who the hell wants a scented duster? What's the point? What? I don't know if it's going to leave a residue anywhere. I hope it doesn't. But what are you thinking? Why in the heck do you need this to be scented? Stupid. Let's get this plugged in. Power up our TV. Get the RFs plugged in here. And let's get our power plugged in. Ah, she's good and snowy. Now we have power to the system. We're going to be really careful here since it's all loosey-goosey. I don't really think there's much I'm going to be able to do to it. It's plastic everywhere, so I think we're going to be okay. Just make sure that that works. Green screen as we'd expect. And put a little bit of pressure down. Yeah, nothing. Oh, we got something. Okay. Good. Awesome. So we know now that it's making contact. So we just need to figure out how to get this to be good all the time. This game is working perfectly fine. I tested it already. Boom. That is working. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so I have reason to believe that if we put this together, it's going to work. I got a lot of crud off of those pins, so I had to believe that that helped. And these are really finicky with how you get the game in there. So I think once it gets back together, we're going to be good. All right, he, she's, and they, thems. We got this thing back together. Let's go ahead and see if we fixed it. Helps if you do that first. Okay. All right, I think we got it. So who knows if what I did anything. I maybe just had to channel the childhood Michael to figure out the proper way to put in a Nintendo game. But let's see if it works. Oh, yeah. Oh, these colors are so much better out of the NES. Turn that shit off. All right, there you have it. Maybe we fixed it. Maybe we didn't. I don't know. But cleaning it out was certainly a good thing to do for it. So now we can go ahead and play Tetris on the original NES. And I could not be any more excited. Thank you so much for following along. Please like this video. Please comment on it. Yell at me for something. I don't care. Just get them views up. Yeah, subscribe. And thank you so much. Have a great day.